Second Corinthians chapter 4, verse 13. We having the same spirit of faith, according as it is written, I believe, therefore I spoken. We also believe, therefore speak. I'd like to give all prayers and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim Kakodash, the Wadi Yabashim Yoshua for giving us the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who deserve double honors, rightfully so. Shalom to the Akim, pushing the word in sincerity and in truth and being faith-based and being prepared for what is to come. And what is to come? Race wars, famine, concentration camps, the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. 200 million missiles hitting the soils of America. Simultaneously, the chariots of the Lord, the hopeful elect into the chambers. Simultaneously, the chariots of the Lord shooting laser beams at the ungodly and the heathens. Rightfully so. Hey, Albaratazar, the Lord, take the course of this video. Just a vessel seeking salvation out of this filthy place spiritually known as Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, Babylon, and all the other filthy customs that I've taken upon. Right now, the time is 7:54 p.m. 7:54 a.m. Saturday, August 2nd, 2025. The hopeful year of our deliverance and destruction and judgment on our Shashua. Hey. I had to do something this morning, but I couldn't make it, man. I was so fucking exhausted. I just woke up probably like 2 hours ago, so I'm gonna be late. So I know I wasn't gonna be able to make it down there. And it was gonna take a certain amount of hours to do it. So I'll do it next time. So, just like one of my rest stops heading to the camp. It's early, but I always gotta leave early. I left really early this morning, but I was so exhausted from working a regular job. So I'm trying to do something else. But yeah, it takes all your energy, man. You see, the scripture said they wear out our saints. And these are the things that we speak of. The things that's occurring to us in this flesh. And it's being a member of a body of this mechanism, we all speak the same thing. And if we're not, then we're not of the same mechanism. We're not of the same body. Now, these are things to consider. Who is not saying the same exact thing as us? Slack it. Who is not saying the same exact thing as us? We have to consider that. And then we have to contend. We have to contend and tell them they're doing it wrong. We have to tell them, no, that's not doctrine. That's some type of other doctrine, but that's not doctrine. And they're not speaking the same Yahushua as us. Slakia. So I just woke up. And it's gonna show itself. Slakia. Tap back and slow. So our job is to contend for the faith and speak what is righteous according to Yahweh Yahushua. Yeah, so let's read these verses. Let's read this verse. First, 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 13. Let's see what it says in the NLT. Let's see what's going on here. That's why we got this, bro. Y'all wasn't doing something new to us. You just enhanced us. When the apostles, when the apostles first came, they first brought out the blue letter, Apostle Har and the other apostles, and they was like, we got the King James. We deal with the King James because it's what was written for that time. But when you read the other translation, it enhances the King. It complements the King James version. You know, you might see a couple of verses going off here and there, but for the most part, the accuracy of it is straight to the point. Most of the verses is more harsher. You know, so we ain't looking at it like we did something wrong. Oh, you only read the King James. We speaking what's righteous, bro. You people, you individuals is trying to get your own vainglory, and it's gonna clarify that what you're doing it for is gonna all come to naught. Cause Yahweh Shemel Shai is gonna come back for the ones that's following him, right? Be ye followers of Yahweh Shai Mashiach as we are. Because we're not doing this for our vainglory. You know? This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 13. But we continue to preach because we have the same kind of faith. The psalmist had when he said, I believe in Yahweh, so I spoke. And that's it. All right? Let's get a little more logistics. Let's see what the scripture leads us. All right? Let's see. Because we got to have that same faith and the same belief. Because we believe through the grace, this is Acts chapter 15, verse 11. But we believe that, hold on, let's bring this up here, all right? Acts chapter 15, Acts chapter 15, verse 11. But we believe that through the grace of our Adonai Yahweh Shai Mashiach, we shall be saved, even as they. Right? As the apostles, as the elders, Akim, we believe this thing, man. Cold-heartedly, bro. Let's see what's going on here. It's a little sunny outside. It's real bright today, B. Like, yesterday the weather was pretty good. It's like it's August now, so the temperature, it wasn't a bad, scorching hot summer. Because our Shashua controls the weather. And we believe that too. We believe you motherfuckers up there. I remember that was one of the first things I learned that the enemy was doing. That was one of the first things I learned was about the HARP program. Look it up. That was one of the first things I learned about was the HARP program. And slavery, a lot of different things. You watch the movie Roots and all that. And when the internet was for doing the heavy lifting, but the YouTube magnified the work by all the videos that was put up. It was in the spirit. Whoever put the first video up about Joshua, the so-called white man, it was from the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai. They put that thought that the scripture says, and this is what we believe: a man's going is not of his own. Okay, let's see what that says. Let's get that real fast. We truly believe that. A man's going is not of his own. Bible verse, King James Version. When we say, hey, when I've been, All right. Proverbs chapter 20, verse 24. Man's going are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? You can't understand the dynamics of this. Your fate is already decided. You just better hope it's for the right things, man. You know? That's how I'm looking at it. I hope I'm being saved, bro. I hope I believe in this thing, so this is why I do it. If I'm not a man of the Lord, I don't know what the fuck I want to be. I don't want to be in the fuck. I don't want to be. I don't want to be here. All hell break. I believe all hell's gonna break loose. It's tense in the air, bro. Like, I go to this job, right? I know by the motherfucker that sit beside me and all the way across the board, I know who likes me, who don't. I ain't been analyzing this for nothing. We got to this point for a reason, because Yahweh Shem Yahshua opened our eyes to it. That's why we speak. And then the day when we first, I know for me, when I know brothers could concur, when they first got into it, they tried to tell everybody their mama that they knew that was close to them, thinking they would get the understanding of this, but they didn't, because their ears are fat. Right? That's how the scripture says, make their ears fat. Make their ears fat, Bible verse, King James Version. That's the only part of the verse I can remember. Salaki. Yeah. Their heart has been hardened. Yahweh Shem Yahshua made the Pharaoh's heart harden. Yahweh Shem Yahshua did that so he could show his power through him. So these other nations ain't got their own mission. Yahweh Yahshua control everybody across the board. Isaiah chapter 6, verse 10. He don't want them to be healed, man. No, that shit's terrifying, bro. It's terrifying, man. To know this and then not to know it, man. Right now we know it. We know this truth. You know, we prophesied in part, right? We got the whole part that we need to know, right? And then, matter of fact, imagine that not being here no more, not doing that no more. Then you in the corner smoking weed and shit and doing crazy shit. Like crazy shit, man. Real psycho wisdom shit, bro. Like, man, I definitely need some new frames, man. My frames dropped the other day. I'm on my third pair, man. Isaiah chapter 6, verse 10. Make the hearts of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed. He said, what he said, what is this, the key word? He said, make the mind of this people fat. You know what? Let's get into this. You know, you're using my style. It ain't your style, man. We're gonna go to the other translations, man. It ain't yours, it's ours. And we use it better than you. We use it in the spirit. We use it in the same spirit of the same doctrine. Okay? It's been clarified. You know? There's a lot of, Elam, these other nations, boy. I was watching this video the other day. I don't know where I saw it at. Some Elamite was following a Jake around, calling him boy and shit. Trying to make him look like, these people are crazy. These nations know who's the best, bro. If you're not Yashala, if you're not a Negro, we'll call it what they call us, right? If you're not Negro, Hispanic, and Native American, according to the spirit, right? According to the, the flesh, the spirit, your fathers, all the way back to the time of the pedigree of when we was out there, with David and them, all the way to Solomon, Jeroboam and Rehoboam, the Babylonians taking the southern kingdom, and the Philistines. Salakia. I'm sure the Philistines taking us, taking the northern kingdom. If he wasn't with that batch, if he wasn't coming through that way and being put in captivity, and you wasn't, your fathers, you wasn't, then you're not one of them. You're not one of them, bro. This history is vast. We've been scattered abroad. The scripture says it too. Revelation chapter 7. We speaking it. Like these they look like Moab. They could be Jake. She doing some Jake shit right now. So we're not looking at this according to the flesh. We're not judging a book by its cover. We dealing with this according to the spirit. Hold on, let's see. Let's go back to that verse real fast. What it said? What it said? Second Corinthians chapter 4, verse 13. We having the same spirit of faith. We're the same spirit of faith, bro. When we get out there, we don't change up the doctrine. We don't come out there trying to change it up. It's the same. It's the same protocol. It's the same script, same doctrine, and we're not doing this. We're not following man. I'll tell you what, Pastor Hart. I'm always gonna say it because this is what was told to me. Don't take my word for it. Go look it up. Go study it. Go examine the words. That's what I did. And that clarified my faith, man. I built my faith. Right? According as it is written. I believe in this. And therefore have I spoken. We also believe and therefore speak. That's what we do. I'm sure when our apostles first got it, when they got it, said, this is Eureka. Eureka! Can you imagine this constantly going to libraries, finding books, and going through individuals that's not with you today? You thinking these men that you with, that's not around, can you imagine? We see individuals that we was with, they're not around no more. Can you imagine all the men that apostles and our elders went through? That's not there. They probably brought something to the table. What was that guy? Meglis Moglis? I forgot how you say. He had wrote that book. And it was a great, how you say it? What is it? How you say it? Can I use this word? Let me see. I don't want to say the word. I want to say it to see what it means. It's in my mind. I want to say it real fast. All right. The meaning of the word monologue. I don't know, just the word jumped in my mind. I don't know if it means this. Monologue. Or a commentary. All right. A long monologue. Just because I said it, every time I say a word, I gotta utilize it, put it in my archives, and then see if I could ever utilize it in a sentence or something. I ain't never said I was smart. I just said I comprehend. And if I wouldn't be able, I could tell you the truth. I wouldn't be able to do what the apostles did back then. That's why Dawadi Yabashim Al-Shah for giving us the apostles for putting that footwork in. They went in autopilot, bro. 40 years? Come on, bro. I'm half 100. 20 years ago, I was in the streets, man. 40 years, 20 years ago, the apostles were still doing this. Going through it with other men who's trying to change the doctrine. And then when he always mentioned individuals, the apostles always mentioned individuals that they came up with that was, what's that guy name? I can't even think of his name. I can't think of his name. He said he was like a comedian. Now you gotta listen to the stories over. You gotta listen to it again. But not a Shah. He knew the history, but he always came with trying to put a different doctrine. And we was like, nah. And the apostles was like, nah, we ain't rolling with that one. But they was young men at the time. Nah, that don't sound like the same doctrine. That don't sound scriptural. That's another way. That's creeping in another way. That's coming in with another let me find some verses dealing with the word doctrine. Another doctrine. Another doctrine, Bible verses, King James Version. I gotta say it that way. About doctrine. Let's see it. Let's see what this one says. Look, this is powerful stuff, bro. The script